Okay, guys, this is going to wrap up section 3.2. Okay, wrap up section 3.2 with linear combinations or elimination. It doesn't, I don't know what you're going to call it. Okay, I don't know. Some books call it linear combination, some call it elimination. Still solving systems of linear equations. Okay, so let's say we had this. X plus y equals 5x minus y equals 7. This particular one really sets up well for this linear combinations. Okay? So before we get into this, I want to ask you some questions. Okay? That true? Okay? Is that true? Okay. Let's add them together. Still true? Okay. Still true? All right. So that is what we're going to be doing here. That's it. So the problem with what we have here, when you have two letters, is you can't get one letter by itself, okay? So, I can't, x plus y equals 5. Okay, x is 4, y is 1, x is 2, y is 3. There's lots of answers, okay? And the reason there's lots of answers is because we have two variables, two things we don't know. So what we want to try to do is we want to get rid of, just like we do with substitution, we got rid of one of the letters. We substituted in. Well, here what we're going to do is we're going to add the two equations together and see if we can get one of those letters to cancel. So x plus x is 2x. Y minus y cancels, equals 5 plus 7 is 12. Now I go through and I go divide by 2, and x equals 6. So if x is 6, 6 plus what equals 5? That's going to be a negative 1. So y is negative 1. We could go and check that down here. 6 minus negative 1 equals 7. Yes, it does check out. Okay? So there are times when you could add the equations together. So if I had x minus 2y is equal to 8, and negative x plus 3y equals negative 5. So I want to add the two equations together to get one of the letters to cancel. So these cancel. Negative 2y plus 3y is 1y. 8 minus 5 is 3. So if y is 3, I've got to go find out what x is. I'm going to pick this equation here. X minus 2y equals 8. X minus 2 times 3 equals 8. X minus 2 times 3 is 6, equals 8. Plus 6 plus 6, x is 14. So I get 14 and 3. Let's check that, make sure it makes sense. Plug it in here, negative 14 plus 3 times 3, and see if that equals a negative 5. Negative 14 plus 9 equals negative 5. It checks out. Okay? Let me give you guys one of those to try. Go ahead. Add them together. Okay, so let's take a look. So when you add the two equations together, if you haven't finished, just push pause. Okay, click the screen. So my x's cancel, and I get negative y equals 3. So divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, and y equals negative 3. Put one of your equations out, doesn't matter which one. I'm going to pick this one, the first one. X minus 4 times negative 3 equals 14. Negative 4 times negative 3 is going to be a positive 12 equals 14. Minus 12 minus 12, x is 2. 2 and negative 3, let's see if it works. Plug in a 2 there. Negative 2, something doesn't look right here. Let me see if I copied it right. Okay. So maybe you guys are looking here like, I see it, Mr. O, I see it. It's all right. Let's look. Negative 2 plus 3 times negative, whoops. I guess it's okay. Yeah, that's all right. I don't know what I was thinking of. Negative 2 minus 9 equals negative 11. It checks out. Okay? So sometimes you can look at the equations and you can tell that they're going to cancel. Right? Sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes you've got to do 1 or 2 steps to make it cancel. So let's say I had this. Trying to find a good one to get us going here. X minus 2y equals 0, and 3x plus y equals 0. Don't like it. I don't like when they both said equals 0 starting off. Your first problem you ever see for it to look like that, so I changed my mind. Ready? 3x plus 2y equals 8, and x plus 4y equals negative 4. So, if I look here, if I add these, I can't get anything to cancel. That's going to be a 4x, that's going to be a 6y, that doesn't help me, okay? So what I've got to do here, I've got to pick a letter that I want to get to cancel. Either pick x or pick y. I'm going to pick x, okay, watch. I want to make my x's cancel. What do I have to multiply this equation by to make my x's cancel? And the answer to that is negative 3. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times 4y is negative 12y. And negative 3 times negative 4 is going to be a positive 12. Then this is going to be 3x plus 2y equals 8. So now I've got to combine my like terms, okay? We're going to add the two together. So that cancels, and it looks like I get negative 10y equals 20. Divide by negative 10, divide by negative 10, and y equals a negative 2. So I'm halfway done. I got one answer. Let's find out what the other one is. So 3x plus 2 times negative 2 equals 8. 3x, 2 times negative 2 is a negative 4, equals 8, plus 4 plus 4. 3x is 12. Divide by 3, divide by 3, and x equals 4. So my solution is 4, negative 2. Okay? If you need that, just pause it. Go back and pause it. Okay? It's the beauty of having these pre-recorded. That marker's running down. I'm sad. That was a really good marker. It's a really good one, guys. It's a really good one. All right. So here's a good one to look at. Negative 3x plus y equals negative 3. And then 2x minus 5y equals negative 11. So again, you want to try to pick one that can cancel out. Well, if I add them together, they're not going to cancel. So I have to multiply one of the equations times a number. Well, I could multiply both of these times a number, or I could just cancel my y's and multiply that times 5, because that'll make my y's cancel. So, I'll do it with the least amount of work. I'll multiply that times 5. 5 times negative 3x, negative 15x. 5 times y, look at that. Now it's going to cancel. And then 5 times negative 3 is negative 50. Okay, let's add these together. This gives me negative 13x. This canceled just like I hoped. That gives me negative 26. Divide by negative 13, divide by negative 13, and x equals 2. Let's go up here. Negative 3 times 2 plus y equals negative 3. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6 plus y equals negative 3. Plus 6, y equals 3. So 2, 3 is my solution. Okay? Let me give you guys one like that to try. And then there's one other type of problem that we could look at. Okay, take a look. Give it a shot, guys. Okay, so in this case, guys, I can see you doing this one of two ways, and I guess I'll just do it both ways for you. Okay, I'll do it both ways. Let me erase this, and I'll do one of them over here. So, x minus y equals 4, x minus 2y equals 10. So over here you could have said, okay, I'm going to multiply this times a negative 1, which gives me negative x plus y equals negative 4. These cancel. Negative y equals 6. Divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, and y equals negative 6. So over here, x minus negative 6 equals 4. X plus 6 equals 4, minus 6 minus 6. It looks like I got x equals a negative 2. Let's see if we get the same answer here. You could have multiplied this top one times the negative 2 to get your y's to cancel. Negative 2x plus 2y equals negative 8. So this cancels, and I get negative x equals 2. Divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, x equals negative 2, and then we can go back and plug it in. You'll see that we're going to get y equals negative 6. Okay? So, one last type of these we have to look at. And that's when we have to multiply both equations. X minus 4y equals negative 30. 2x plus 3y equals negative 12. So if you look at these, there's no number, unless I'm dealing with fractions, and don't do fractions, not in this case, where you can get your x's or your y's to cancel. So you have to pick a letter and then multiply both equations times a number to get them to cancel. I'm going to pick my y's since they're already opposites. One's a negative, one's a positive. So I'm going to multiply this one times 3, which gives me 15x minus 12y equals negative 90. And then I'm going to multiply this one so I can get those y's to cancel times 4, which would be 8x plus 12y equals negative 48. So I get 23x equals, what is that? Negative 138. Divide by 23, divide by 23, and x equals, I don't know, is it 6? I think it's 6. Let's check it out. 138 divided by 23 equals 6. So it's a negative 6. X equals negative 6. Now you pick one of your equations. You can pick this one, you can pick this one, you can pick this one, you can pick this one. And plug it back into. Doesn't matter which one. I'll pick this one. 15 times a negative 6 minus 12y equals negative 90. So that's going to be negative 90 minus 12y equals negative 90. I see something happening here. Plus 90 plus 90. Negative 12y equals 0, which means y is 0. So let's see if that works. Negative 6. You can always check it, right? Put a negative 6 in here. 5 times negative 6 is negative 30. Negative 4 times 0 is 0. Negative 30 plus 0 equals negative 30. It checks out. You can check it here too. Negative 6, 2 times negative 6 is negative 12 because that's going to be 0. Okay? So I guess should I give you guys one to try like that? I guess I will. Work your magic, guys. Work your magic. For x minus 5y equals 6, and 2x plus 3y equals negative 8. Work your magic. Pause the video if you haven't finished. Pause it. Pause it. So I'm going to start. This one here, I guess you could have multiplied this one times the negative 2, but I'm going to do it where we multiply both. I'm going to multiply this one times 3, and then this one times 5. So it's going to be 12x minus 15y equals 18. 10x plus 15y equals negative 40. And I get 22x equals negative 22, so it looks like x is negative 1. Plug it in here. 4 times negative 1 minus 5y equals 6. Negative 4 minus 5y equals 6. Plus 4 plus 4. Negative 5y equals 10. Negative 5, negative 5, y equals 2. Okay, that is section 3.2, part 2.